you will see what we are going to do with people who have been collecting haftas, and these people will be shown the door sooner than later.
Is there a serious problem of politicization of the police? Is there an involvement? Is there a political involvement in postings and in transfers?
We are the government servants. So ultimately, the politicians certainly have a complete control. The government has a complete control.
After all of the controversy that the police has gone through with the Sachin Baze case, the explosives placed outside the Ambani residence, the Commissioner of Police of Mumbai accusing the State Home Minister of corruption, and all of that winding up in various courts, how will the citizens of the state, and especially the city of Mumbai, trust the police again? That's the question we're asking today. We have joining us right now Sanjay Pandey, who is the new Acting Director General of Police of the state of Maharashtra as of last week. He's been kind enough to give us his time. He has also been requested by the state government to conduct an inquiry into Parambir Singh and all of the problems that happened during the case of the explosives outside the Ambani residence, the arrest of Sachin Baze, and the accusation of corruption that was made in a letter to the Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray. Mr. Pandey joins us right now. Mr. Pandey, do you please be able to tell us what this inquiry is looking into and what questions the inquiry hopes to answer?
Well, the inquiry is looking into the conduct, basically, of the then CP Parambir. It has nothing to do with the criminal element at all. It only talks about how reporting structure in the police works, and were there any derelictions in that regard, or whether there were some abnormalities in making certain people having to report to somebody who was not the direct superior. And then there are issues about certainly talking to or going to media with a report or with a letter, which the government is still considering, and had various issues which are not yet verified. So that's what the government thought, and this is a very normal process where we do a preliminary inquiry, and then if the preliminary inquiry finds something, only then a departmental inquiry happens. So actually, preliminary inquiry is an informal inquiry, whereas if this informal inquiry talks about something which is substantive, only then. So not much of a scare for this. I mean, I think that's a very normal thing which happens in the government. Yeah.
According to the Hindustan Times article about this investigation, it says that the government is concerned about the fact that Mr. Devendra Fadnavis of the BJP had more information than the government themselves. So is there a concern here that Mr. Parambir Singh was leaking information to the opposition before giving it to his superiors?
That's not the terms of reference of the inquiry at all. This has nothing to do with any political overtones. It has nothing to do with whether any information was getting leaked. So that's not the terms of reference at all.
Okay. Well, let me ask you a broader question, Mr. Pandey. There is obviously, as a citizen of Mumbai, there is a sense of politicization of the Maharashtra police from the Sushant Singh Rajput case onwards till today. The kind of controversy that the Mumbai police and the Maharashtra police have gone through is there a serious problem of politicization of the police? Is there an involvement? Is there a political involvement in postings and in transfers and in reporting authorities? In your opinion?
Well, let me tell you this: the government is what, when we say government, it is the politicians. The government means the political executive, who are the elected members, be it of the parliament, be it of local assemblies. And when we talk about servants, we are the government servants. So ultimately, the politicians certainly have a complete control. The government has a complete control. Let me give an example. As anybody anywhere has a master-servant relationship, so does the government has. And well, this gets talked about that, well, the transfers are politicized. I would say, well, they are exercising the powers that they have. and that power has been given by nobody but all of us. Because when we soar by the constitution, that constitution itself makes the elected elite as the government, and we are the servant. So I so do not know why this controversy happens. I mean, I sometime back gave an interview a long back, and I says government servant is a servant. I mean, you cannot talk about whether you are being politicized. The politicians are certainly the government, and they take the decision as they want.
So let me rephrase the question then. Has the situation reached a point where politicians are giving instructions to police that's not in the interest of the general public, but more in political interest?
Well, I can only say this: if the instructions are not within the four corners of, we have like two guidebooks. One is the Constitution, the other one is a Criminal Procedure Code. If they're not within the boundaries of these, I think the servants themselves, that is the government officials, have full liberty to refuse. And if they do not, then the subsequent questions comes, and then they are part of it. I mean, then you cannot say that, look, they gave illegal instructions. You had the right to, and then we are protected. You see, the government servants are also protected by the Constitution, because you cannot just remove anybody without an inquiry. Natural justice applies. So the people who are taking those instructions which are not within the four corners of rule book, then they are themselves to blame. And that's what my view is.
You yourself had written a 4-page letter to the Chief Minister of Maharashtra last month saying that you were being bypassed. You've been overlooked for DG anti-corruption, given to a junior officer, overlooked again for Mumbai Police Chief post that was given to a junior officer. Do you believe that was politics or a personal vendetta? Why do you believe that you've been overlooked for all of these positions?
Well, nowhere in my letter I mentioned politics. I only mentioned, as the Chief Minister of the state, you need to look into my grievances, and those grievances were very clearly enunciated, and that's about all. I mean, beyond that, there's nothing more that I said in that letter. You can ask me further question to clarify. I'm ready to clarify.
Given what happened with the Sachin Vaze case, and now we have a Mumbai police officer who's currently in custody of the NIA and under investigation for very serious crimes of, involving explosives and terrorism as well. Has there been a difficulty in maintaining control within the force of the seniors? How did something so serious happen?
Well, as I said, if you start transgressing or transcending out of the four corners of the rule book, and then if you start doing things which at sometimes, I do not know whether you can say greed or whatever. Nobody said that you should be doing ABCD, which is not as per. I mean, I have a career with spanning 35 years. I can relate very few instances where things were told which were not as per the rule book. What I'm saying is, this kind of transgressing authorities, this kind of getting direct reports, which is alleged. Let me be very clear that this is yet not established. But if that is true, then I think it's a personal issue more than a departmental issue, and that's how we should look at it.
What will be the endeavor right now of both the state government and yourself in the acting DG office to clean up the image of the Maharashtra police? Because there is a cleanup required.
Well, the cleanup, if it was started because of one incident of Vaze, is actually not something which I'm ready to take. The cleanup should be happening on much wider issues. One Vaze does not make either me as an acting DG or the government to start thinking, hey, everything has gone bad and we should start cleaning up. I think what we are missing here is that somewhere down the line, we are actually obviously The citizens are who have given the constitution. It is for them, by them, and of them. So I think our responsibility toward the citizens somewhere is missing. And somewhere down the line, we have forgotten that we were an Indian police service. And we have only talked about, I'm surprised, most people say they are officers. Yes, we are. But then at the same time, you are a servant and you are a service. And service is to the citizens. If you forget that, then that's the issue here. And that's what really, as a DG, my principal agenda is that I would like to underline the service part. Look at the citizens. If they come to the police stations, they have a right to get their complaint registered. You are not going to sit on judgment. Supreme Court has said, if there is a cognizable case, you will have to register the FIR. And so my first and foremost duty as a DG, even though acting as of now, is to tell and convey through your channel to each and every of my officer and the men on the field that if a citizen comes, he has a right to get his complaint registered and investigated. We are not going to sit on judgment. Then the courts are there. You see, people don't understand. We are there to register and investigate, and under the supervision of the court. Our sitting on judgment and saying that this case, look, this doesn't belong to this doesn't belong to that, and say no, we cannot do it, is wrong. And I think as a DG, I'm trying to do very small thing. I'm saying yes, every citizen be respected, every request be looked into. You are there, you get paid for that, and they have paid enough money through taxes to make sure that you are drawing your salaries. While many are not drawing their salaries in the pandemic, well, all of us are drawing salaries. So each of us should have that kind of moral duty to attend to the people who have made our salaries come to us every 30th or 31st. Yeah.
What are the other major issues? You did say, of course, the cleanup is not because of just one Sachin Waze case, but many other issues. What other issues were you referring to?
The same issues, the issues of greed, issues of going beyond the boundaries of law, trying to do things which are not mandated by our Indian Penal Code. What people are talking about, and I would say even media, to a certain extent, makes heroes out of people who talk about encounters. And there are encounter specialists. They have been talked about all over, which is a very sad thing. We don't have the power to kill anybody. Nobody has a right to kill. Whoever said bullet for bullet is not supported by Indian laws. So please be within the framework of law. Do not do things. Do not go around beating around people. We don't have the powers. Yes, in law and order situations, if somebody is taking up law in their hands and burning properties, we have to use force. We have the force for that. But not in normal circumstances that you catch hold of a minor thief and start beating him up so that he dies. I mean, that you will have to face. And if I am the DG, this is not allowed.
Mr. Pandey, there are rumors about the fact that within the Mumbai police, particularly and the larger Maharashtra police, the police officers have picked sides between the current government and the opposition, and they're working with one or the other side. And that this has become obvious within the force. Is there a solution to this problem? Do you think that this is a kind of situation that should be allowed to continue?
Well, they have been talking about, and Prakash Singh, one of our foremost leaders, have been talking about insulating police from the political control. That's been debated, talked about. But as I said somewhere in this interview, that greed is something which is personal. And if a person is greedy, then he will switch sides. I'm not blaming the politicians at all. If the person wants, I mean, I don't want to give my example, but I have known many of us who have not switched sides and have had situations which they are living with, and they are still very happy. And not that I was unhappy all those 9 years. The reason that I wrote was because I think as per seniority, I should have been somewhere. And I'm very thankful to the government to have been responsive. See, I did not. I didn't went on the path of greed. I went on a path of telling that this is what was should be done, and it happened. So officers should take cue from that. That look, it's not just by taking sides; it's also being by neutral. You could get what you wanted.
All right, Mr. Pandey, thank you so much for giving us time and for answering all of the questions. I wish you very good luck with the challenges ahead for you.
Thank you for having me on. Thank you.